Okay, so there's two different economic impact stories, probably with two different themes. First of all, in terms of the NCAA, they really don't take that much of a hit here, do they?
The NCAA with March Madness makes most of their revenue from media revenue. They make about $770 million per year right now, and last year's tournament generated a total of about $930 million. So a very small percentage, relatively speaking, comes from ticket revenue. So from that perspective, the NCAA, it's not as penal, say it is to the host communities that lose hotel and restaurant income.
Okay, so like the NCAA will have, the tournament will have higher TV ratings. Would that also allow them to make more money then? Or
well,
if the ratings are higher?
Because people are not going to be able to go to the facilities, I believe that the ratings are going to be higher, and the advertisers are the one that make out, because when they made their deals on the various ad rates, they were expecting a certain ratings. Now that the ratings are going to be higher, the advertisers are going to ultimately get a deal.
All right, what does it do economic impact-wise to a city like St. Louis, who was expecting about 30,000 fans? You know, if Kentucky and Illinois are here, that's a lot of money.
It really is a shame for all the host communities, and of course St. Louis is one of them. You're talking about a loss of anywhere between $15 to $30 million in direct spending from the various visitors that would have come from the various markets like a Lexington, Kentucky, or a Champaign, Illinois, to watch these games.
15 to 30 million we could be losing because of this.
Particularly in the hotel and restaurant sectors, those are the areas of the economy that always get the biggest benefit when you have so many visitors come to town for a sporting event.
What about the legs of this? I mean, could this go to the National Hockey League where very shortly we won't be able to go to Blues games?
There's a very real possibility. The NBA Board of Governors is meeting now, and if they decide to have fanless games, or if they suspend games, that's another possibility. But if the NBA follows suit, I have a feeling the NHL is going to feel compelled. The difference between the two leagues is that just like the NCAA, the NBA gets a large share of their revenue from media, whereas for hockey, they're the one sport league out of the major sports leagues in North America where the gate revenue is still the largest component. So it's going to be more penal financially to the NHL if they have to go fanless.
What about a team like the Battlehawks? And I'm not sure what the XFL is going to do in this whole situation, but that's got to be pretty devastating.
It's very devastating right now for the XFL. I think the momentum this year, certainly in St. Louis, has been extremely strong, and overall for the league has been good. So if they have to take the step of going fanless or perhaps suspending games, it just kills any momentum that they've tried to build in this first year. It's not going to kill the league because, of course, Vince McMahon put in $500 million to make this thing go for at least a 3-4 year period. But what an unfortunate set of circumstances to kill the momentum that the league has seen this year.
Devil's advocate question back to the NCAA not allowing fans in. We are talking about deaths under 50 in a country that has 327 million. Are they simply doing it to avoid potential litigation, or you take me through this?
It's my sense, and the universities across the country, my own university included, are taking great precautions, and there's a variety of reasons why you do this. I think the NCAA wants to be safe, but there's also the PR perspective of it, and then there's the liability aspect. So all these things play into the decision that I think was made today.
So once again, back to the economic impact. By not allowing fans into this tournament, it really doesn't hurt the NCAA that much?
The impact on the NCAA of not allowing fans to these various games is relatively minimal just because the media revenue is such a large percentage of the overall revenue that March Madness generates for the NCAA.
What do you think it's going to be like at these games where there won't be any fans, just some family and friends, and you just hear that? What's that experience going to be like?
This is going to be a very eerie experience for those of us viewing at home to watch these games. And of course, the media that are going to be there, they're going to probably have an unprecedented experience. But again, I think that the ratings are going to be higher. The advertisers are going to benefit from that because whatever ad rates they paid, they were expecting lower ratings than what's going to happen.